Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new LP here on Zunker's Gaming Channel. We are doing one of my favorite games ever. This time one that I've played sort of a bunch. We'll get into that. Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. Now, you might be saying, but Zunker, you have Link to the Past on your multiple playthroughs on your channel already. The randomizers. Yes, the randomizer. But this is actually the game as it was intended, and not in randomizer form. I do love the randomizer. That's how I got into Link to the Past, ironically enough. And now I love it to death. And I'm excited for it because I've only beat the base game one time. So we're going from one game I beat once to another game I beat once. But I'm a little bit more adept in Link to the Past because I've played randomizer. Now I'm playing the Switch version, so I have no idea what glitches will work. I'm assuming bomb jumping will still work, so you might see me do a couple bomb jumps. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to play this. But we're going to it anyway. But basically, this game is a sequel to, pretty much, I don't know. You know what, the Zelda series timeline's stupid, but it is the sequel to the first two games on the NES. I don't know if they're direct sequels, but it's the third game, ultimately. And, it's pretty fantastic, if I must say so myself. And this is just some exposition here. And yeah, so legitimately, I beat randomizer version of Link to the Past before I beat base game Link to the Past. Why? I don't know why or how I did that, but I did. I remember watching it on Twitch. A couple of bigger streamers that I watch start playing it, and at first, I knew nothing about this game. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Oh, it's cool that, you know, the game changes every time you play it, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I was thoroughly enjoying it, and so finally one day I'm like, well, how do you play it? And it kind of got me. I was already streaming at that point, which I don't really stream anymore. I should get back into it, but I'm like, you know, I'm gonna do some Link to the randomizer myself, and here we are. And then I've played probably, I don't know, 100 seeds. I don't know. I go through spurts with it, but I do enjoy this game a lot. It's one of my, I think it's fantastic. Top-down view. It's my favorite Zelda, easily to this day. Now, if you are Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, fair enough. They're not my type of Zelda games, personally. I don't really get into them. I've played Breath of the Wild. I have not played Tears of the Kingdom, to be fair. But I do enjoy Link to the Past. The thing is, I'm not a Zelda enthusiast. I need to make that clear as well. I'm not actually a Zelda enthusiast. I only like a few games. I like Majora's Mask, which I have never beaten, ironically enough. I like Link to the Past, obviously. I like Wind Waker. That's it. As far as Zeldas goes, those are the three that I kind of associate with. So I'm not typically a Zelda person. But this game is definitely one of them that I associate with. But right now, somebody's asking us to help, and that's obviously Princess Zelda, as you saw from the prologue. Oh, man, they just say it right there. Aghanim yeah, and he sealed away a bunch of maidens, including Zelda, and you gotta break the seal. Unlike when you're drinking alcohol, you don't want to break the seal, because then you're pissing all the time. But beyond that, Zunk, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave this house. As he has his sword and shield with him. And as we are good nephews, we don't listen. And make sure you grab that. That is a lamp. Lamp's incredibly useful. Heart's right there. So the beginning of this game is... So this game seems open-worldy. You might, if you've never played it before, but it isn't. It's pretty linear for all intents and purposes. I mean, there's places you can go, don't get me wrong, but as far as where to go, it's pretty linear in that respect. This beginning part's extremely linear. You can only do so much here, but... I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house! Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade. Hold the B button. Then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. So you can do it. Princess Zelda. So you have your first sword and shield. This is what he's talking about here. Whee! It's usually, those moves are usually a sword tier stronger than the sword you have. So, right now we have the Fire Sword. This is the strength of the Master Sword. Yes, the Master Sword, weirdly, is only... And don't be surprised when you see me do some rather randomizer things in the seed, because that's kind of how my brain works in this game, so... But yeah, so the Master Sword is actually only the second highest sword you can get in this game. There's two other ones, and we'll get those, and we'll go into that more later. But right now we are avoiding these guys for now. But as you can see on screen, by the way, I am playing this on the Switch. I think I said that earlier, so assuming there won't be much differences, but I could play this on the Super Nintendo, but I don't have my Super Nintendo hooked up, and yeah, just don't really feel like it. But now we are going, this is the escape section of this game, and you gotta kill him. Get a key. Maps are... they're okay, but I don't use them in this game, honestly. They don't seem to help me a whole lot. Plus, I know most of these dungeons now through my randomizer pretty well, I would assume. I mean, there's gonna be areas where I'm going to that I'm not used to, with this how the game is, but I know how to traverse most of these dungeons, including Ice Palace, which is everyone's favorite, from what I've seen. Let me just go up here. If you want to know more about Randomizer, you can definitely check out some of my older vids with Randomizer stuff. I go into things on that. Got the boomerang! The boomerang. So, by the way... oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. You hit Y to use it. It stuns enemies. It stuns enemies, allowing you to get some free hits. Very useful, by the way. You do not... right now we don't need it, but the lamp, by the way, in order to use the light from it, you do not have to have it equipped. Although it does release some fire, which you would have to have it equipped for. So, yeah. So I enjoy this game a lot. This is it's a fantastic game. Those pots up there, by the way, have... you stand right here, there is a sweet spot where you do not get hit by that dude's ball and chain. That is the only silver version of that guy. We'll see some gold versions later. But that is the only silver guy. And then there's a boss key. Grab this for some more rupees. Well, thank you. I have a feeling you were in house. Look, listen carefully. The wizard is controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is a human fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? No. Yeah, I understand. Alright. But if you need some free hearts here, all these pots have hearts in them, so make sure you fill your life up. So now we are making our grand escape. So basically we're just backtracking until we get back into the castle area, then we'll be going to a different way. But yeah, as I said, I love this game to death. This is one of my favorite games ever. I could play the randomizer version all the time. It is just so fantastic playing randomizer. I almost went the long way around. You don't have to do the long way. Let's go this way. Watch out for this blue guy. Yeah. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games ever. I would highly recommend this game to anybody. I think it's relatively easy to get into. I think it's pretty simple. If you don't like the top-down view, that's fair. If you, I would get that, but this game's awesome. It's just. How you doing, everybody? the enemies can be pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, unlike Super Metroid, which in my opinion is not the easiest game to get into for beginners, this game I think is real easy to get into if you've never played the game before, or if you don't have the thing. Yes, I have a light. Have no fear, Princess Zelda. I'm not stupid. Would suck if you didn't grab the light there. I don't know what you have to go back to your house? I just don't know. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't grab that chest, but So this is the darkness. This would be completely dark. You couldn't even see Link at all. You could see your glowingness of your sword. Speedrunners use that technique a lot. And you can use it in Randomizer to get some stuff out of logic. I'm not going to go into what logic and all that stuff means right now, but I'm getting wrecked by our snake friends. There is one snake that has a key. Oh, that's a mouse. I didn't have to kill those. See, every now and then I just, you know, you go through some motion and you're like, oh yeah, that snake's got a key. No, it doesn't. That there. You need that key. I don't know why I was expecting to hear, oh, this is a small key to this dungeon. I've played too much key sanity. Let's be careful. Will do, Princess Zelda. Will do. These rats are real easy. They don't cause you too much harm. Up here is where you're gonna go next. Kill the bat. This is what I was thinking. This is what I was talking about before with the rats. There is a rat with the key that you need. I don't have bombs, so I can't get in there. There's just some. I don't think there's anything too special in there. Just some probably rupees and some arrows and stuff. You guys drop bombs? Hold on. Yeah, you need either. Well, you could also you could use the Pegasus boots, which we'll talk about later, but it has been a long time since I came this way. Forgot how annoying the beats were. Heart? Heart? Use heart right now. Alright, you gotta actually make sure you pull the right switch here. If you pull the wrong one, you release enemies. Alright, just hold A, pull, you're good. You pull the left one, enemies will come. And now you're in Sanctuary! Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Zunk? Yes. And more cutscenes. The Master Sword we can't get right now, but... And there is the Sanctuary Heart. Heart pieces. Heart piece, a Sanctuary Heart will refill you. The rest of the hearts won't, but I think just killing enemies will. I don't know. Either way, ignore what I was saying there. But now we are in Hyrule. You can hit. Oh, look at that. It tells you kind of where to go. You gotta go to Kakariko Village. Kakariko Village, but I'm making a pit stop up here. So this is what I would do during Randomizer. I would come up here, I would check Lumberjack Cave first. You can't actually go into Lumberjack Cave, or you can't actually get the item in Lumberjack Cave. There's a crab here that releases some free rupees. But in Randomizer, this would be a potential item, and you can only get here after you beat Aghanim. This is a piece of heart. Maybe I'll come for it. Maybe I won't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But throughout Hyrule, you will find pieces of heart. 4 of them. If you ever play a Zelda game, you'll know after this. 'Cause I think this is actually the first game that introduces pieces of heart. 4 of them, 4 pieces, will allow you to. I'm not used to having a sword here. But you actually want to come up here and grab this mushroom. So that is actually going to be important later on. We'll talk about that when the time comes. And we go. And there is our first actual piece of heart that we can grab. Down there. Boom, chakalaka. This won't be a 100% playthrough, probably. But I'm probably gonna get a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I might not get everything. But we'll definitely get the vast majority of stuff. Okay. So now this is Kakariko Village. Oh no. I'm a bad guy. Alright, we gotta find the Elder who is not home right now. So we'll come again later. This is Blind's hut. He did not like light. That is actually a subtle hint for later on in the... For a boss later in the game. I think these are all just red rupees. But you want to get rupees here because we're going to need to get 500 of them later. Which, to be fair, we can get pretty easily later. I don't know what's beyond that. I don't remember. But we also need 100 rupees for this guy right here. He is... For 100 rupees, you can get a bottle. Bottles are good. Bottles are nice. I'm actually going to buy bombs. Can I buy bombs? That dude runs away because he thinks you kidnapped Princess Zelda. Alright, we'll use some bombs here in a minute. We're actually gonna go back to Blind's hut and use a bomb. Yeah, that tree's kind of interesting. Bomb the wall. Just like most Zelda games, you see a crack wall, you probably can mine it. And there's our second piece of heart and some free rupees. We just destroyed this guy's house, but he was a thief, so we don't like him. He was a bad guy. Alright, and there is actually... So now that we talked to the woman... Thought we talked to the woman. We gotta look for the village elder. But first, we have a hole to go down. This hole right here. And we'll do this hole, we'll get the chest in this hole. More booms. Who doesn't like booms? Another piece of heart. That's actually our third piece of heart. More rupees. And that will do it for part 1 here of Link to Zelda, Link to the Past. The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I just combined everything. Join me for part 2 as we continue looking for the Village Elder. Until then, deuces.